cowpoke standing in Ohio somewhere going, what are you doing?
Stay calm.
Apparently they were saying, I believe he's paraphrasing Gandhi. Yes, I believe he is. Step on our toes, then what do I do? There's Barbara Taylor. Apparently America's got an issue with things in the face. Thank God for Darwin, eh? So, creationists mainly are Americans who think that the world was created in 1982.
It's gone now. It's gone now. We did it.
By playing some of this trend earlier. These things like intelligent design, the irreducible like a giraffe neck, or a human eye, or the bombardier people that fires acid out of his arm. The thing is, there's no intelligent design in a lot of nature. Most of nature is work in progress. It's very imperfect. I mean, look at the frogs. When male frogs will so often try to copulate with other male frogs that the frogs have a release call to let the other frog know, basically, he's ready to come. If you see these two frogs going at it, hammer and thumb, the one of them goes, what he's actually saying is, leave us, Frank, you're a bad job. And science will help us get on better. And I'll give you an example. Women always claim to be more empathetic than men. They claim to have empathy, but men are no good at it. When women talk to each other, they empathize. But men don't. They just think. That's what it is. So what's wrong with it? So, the thing is now, we always look at
That's work, buddy.
there's an actual chemical in the brain called oxytocin, which gives women a greater affinity for empathy. They just have more of it. There's a physiological reason. The good news for men is this chemical is now available in the brain. Right? So, if your wife, girlfriend, partner thinks you're not really empathetic enough, you'll bring them for after that. That's really okay. And women are quite so suspicious of blokes who are genuinely empathetic because they think, you know, oh, don't do that. And they'll go, no, I haven't. But then they're always looking on it because they've heard from the figures because there's no tomato puree now. You know, if blokes OD on oxytocin, there'll be other blokes trying to bring them down by blowpiping shots of chauvinol into their neck. Thing is though, see, Darwin has been around for ages, you know. And the creationists will say that it only happened with Darwin, but of course Darwin just used the accumulated evolutionary thought that had been building up for centuries. I mean, the first inklings of evolution happened around the 4th century BC with Empedocles, the Greek philosopher, and he noticed patterns in nature. He also was a vegetarian because he thought that animals are dwelling places of tortured souls, which is a brilliant way of ruining a meat-based barbecue. And Darwin knew that his book was story, so he needed a bit of extra kudos, a bit of gravitas, a bit of respect from his peers. And what he did, he decided to become a world expert in something. And so he had a few barnacles kicking around his house up the beach strip, so he started to become an expert in barnacles. That was his aim, to become a world expert in barnacles. And I think he probably thought it was taking around a couple of months. But it took him 8 years. He spent 8 years studying barnacles. He studied them by putting his hands in a block and tackle and resting them over the table while he was working on the barnacle. His kids grew up knowing nothing other than barnacles. They went around other things like this. He when his dad got his barnacles, after 8 years, he was the world expert in barnacles, as he was supposed to be. In fact, the previous world expert said, well, it's 12 minutes of my life, I'll never get back. And Darwin actually wrote in his journal, I hate the barnacle as no... Barnacles are fascinating.
You really think there's something past the abyss? Centauri Creed does. I suppose that's a gun for the council.
Tonight, so, I was in Stornoway in the Isle of Lewis. And I broke down the front of the group. That's good. We'll workshop that up. And eventually, a little voice in the back of the room said, tell him nothing else. Don't share your barnacle knowledge with the
Would have liked to see you scrapping ships on Braca in your younger days. I got you covered, Kestos. Go get him.
I asked this question one night, I know something about barnacles still. There was a little bonus joke screwing. And he said, I am the barnacle expert at the National Institute of London. I said, wow, you must be like the world expert in barnacles. I said, well, not really quite good. Yeah, exactly. You may well.
Sånad och så. Janten och det här det var. Det var en och så sista snarare. Kötte du.
that with a degree of confidence there, Dad. Sort of practice just tricks on your son, like this. It doesn't do it work. Excuse me, what's the explain to Mark and Baby? Carry on. What? 11. 69. Well, someone had to. 10. I reckon it's right out. Something like that. It's quite a lot. I mean, that would be huge, and that'd be equivalent of a man with a 6 would be, which would be unreal to say the least, wouldn't it? It was like, don't get me started, you have to put my over. There we go, back. It's fun that talking off right now. As we all say, the word barnacle in unison after 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you see, that's good, isn't it? Getting a bearded straight demand to say the word barnacle. It's like a middle class music. But you say barnacle, barnacle.
Where's the laboratory? The laboratory is off limits. The laboratory is inaccessible.
You're okay.
You're okay.
Find somewhere to
hide.
Sorry.
Pull that off.
Little Michigan's more. Well, to relax, I'm going to have to relax now. What I have to do, I'll have to go to the supermarket. Because this is one thing I recommend that you never do. And that is, I gaze into the game.
Stand by. See what we can find.
You all right?
You all right?
The sky is broken.
Sky.
The universe.
Your magic meeting. Very good, buddy.
Not done yet. We can do this.
Hey, fucking says. What to do, how to do.
Okay, are you ready for the second half?
Oh,
That's a real film, baby. That's a fake film, baby.
look either.
Like a Friday day, but it's around. I'm ready to the wall.
gick den vägen, gick den heller. Helvete fan.
Who is the greatest out there? Yes.
Enjoy that, buddy?
I feel sorry for Thomas, really, because I think he's got a bit of a bad rap. You know, Thomas, the name Thomas has become his favourite, a doubting Thomas. It's been hard. I just think Thomas is a
Please, buddy.
sensible, rational human being. And all the evidence are, it was just crazy as music. Thomas, there's a couple of things I need to clear up here, guys. Brandon doesn't know everything.
Program breakers to talk so much.
And that moment, and Christ reveals his wounds to Thomas. The proof that he is coming to the
Yes.
He takes up his coat. He shows part of the wound in his fist. That's the wound that flag.
So that's his own Jedi.
At that moment,
Still here. You have gods, I'll give you that. But I've got my limits. Centered out of you.
Of course.
Thomas is invited to touch the wound, touch the wound of Christ. He swears that he's under the light. Wait a minute, how's he got the curtain button? Wait a minute.
You had to move it.
Christ is actually just all the top of the scene, and he's just said, just put it there. Look at the boil on someone's finger. I really wouldn't want that hand going anywhere near another word, would you? Alright, and console. Now this is by a painter called Recchino, and which is, if you know you're Italian, is the nickname Pizza, which is not a great attribute if you're a painter, but here, dark, moody, flavors to be influenced by Caravaggio, of course, he must have been a Caravagista. And here, Thomas, touching the wound, tenderly touching the wound, quite a sexy sight, quite an erect nipple, and thus quite good nipple shadow. Very good nipple shadow, which is actually the name of a prog rock band I was in at school. Well, it should have been. And over there, just some random beady bloke waving, trying to get the bloke's attention. Over here, mate, stuck with an orange.
What?
Over here, mate. Woo!
What the fuck?
Come slots in Pride. It's actually a mechanical Pride. The arms going on in a minute. Here, Pride surprise. Thomas, you went, hey! Thomas, whoa! Now this is a very famous one. This is by Reuben. Now over here,
Glad you're excited.
a fine-looking gentleman is Nicholas Rokoff. He was Reuben's patron.
Let's get this
Very
data
well.
dispatched.
Lovely spur, look at that. And the thing is about being a patron, you could actually be in the painting. And at least you've got the good very clear instinct. Unlike his wife over here, who's just happy to be in the painting.
That's right. Since it's always spotted here.
Yes, right.
I would prefer to kill myself. Let's not cancel.
Sounds like they're going to make something important up there.
That is an amazing nose. I've never seen a nose like that. Oh my God. So this one, these people back through that from my head. Quite interesting to see kind of lights right there. That's the room there. Yeah. You don't know that. You went there. You went there. And we're going to work together. I mean, I really feel sorry for them. I feel desperately sorry for Rubio. He spent all his time and he thought, no, I'll do it. I'll stop it. I'll put it up and he stood back and he thought, oh, no,
You okay?
They're not tough
and he's basically trying to dump it over so, look, there's the rule. And there's something in the sales price in this particular bank. I think it's got to be, I'm afraid, the candidate price. Oh, look, on the stairwell, all the way up.
No further. Opening fire.
I bet Z ain't got the data on his desk. Just what I needed. You really don't want us getting into it.
What the fuck? Today's over throat.
Not known, all he likes to eat. That's his only qualification is only human, right? Worrying is the way that seems to be true. You don't go to pass worrying that a duck is
That weapon looks dangerous.
someone was saying about, and he said, what do we have as a good idea? And he said something
Or killing the enemy.
also called solid, relaxing on a 15-degree cost sector.
What the fuck?
What am I going to do? And I was shouting at the TV. I said, get a cricket bat and make a mold of the cricket bat. When it was hot, though, it was freezing. And when he comes out there, he's like, you're not going to like this, Michael. I said, we'll see what you're But occasionally I get invited in, and they all end up doing disasters that I the wrong thing. I was invited to a premiere of a film of one of the Saw film franchises, right? They're horrible films. They're bloody and he's only about to smash it off with his own message.
Oh, so freaking in.
And he wakes up and his ears and he's watching film. He's about to go to spin cycle and twist his head right off. And he can only change it, he's got to saw his fingers off with a stale baguette over hours and hours and hours. He's still more together to make it stick so he can reach the control. Horrible. And straddling above the whole of popular culture like some crab Simon Cowell, right? Who I call Agent Orange, right? It works on so many levels. He's an agent, he's orange, and like the chemical defoliant used in Vietnam, he's a toxic gripe on a generation, right?
Really don't
Which I thought was a
understand.
little bit insensitive. Not as insensitive as the record shop at the end of my road called the Vinyl Solution.
Don't think I can move
Which is just wrong on so many levels, isn't it? That's like calling a Chinese laundry ethnic cleansing, isn't it? It's just...
I need to center myself.
Beans, Muslim butchers, halal, is it meat you're looking for? This is the Tenorion, right? It's a Japanese... And it allows you expression of music. This is, I think, the antithesis or the X Factor. The X Factor is about moulding people, making them sound exactly like. Music should be about an expression, freedom of expression. I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do. This is you press these buttons here and you get a little pulse. And I'm going to play my music. Here we go. This is my handset.
Come on, buddy.
Come on, buddy.
play images with music, and then you can get familiar images, and then hear what they sound like
For centuries, that's what the Raiders came.
and thus they create beauty from hatred. I was in a pub recently, imagine that, and there was these two blokes talking, and one of them said, "You know that Mugabe, right?" And the bloke went, "What? Eric Mugabe?"
See this?
No.
I was promised something interesting. Right on time. Plans.
Mulig.
You don't have to wear that dress tonight. Walk the streets for money. You don't have to sell your body to the right. We're in a strange time at the moment. Connected, more connected, less connected than ever before. You know, YouTube is extraordinary. More content is loaded on YouTube than has ever been broadcast in America. But it is quite funny though, when the guy starts playing the piano and he sings off, he can't try playing it. A billion Facebook users, you know. And I'm on this social networking site, Twitter. When I first, explored on Twitter, I was horrified to find there were 4 people claiming to be me. There were 4 Bill Baileys already. And they're having a much more interesting time. I think, yeah, going skateboarding, going skydiving, I'm thinking, wow, they're going clubbing, yeah, might go windsurfing in a minute. I'm having a big shit, I'm walking out the room, I'm sitting down. Oh, I might look out the window in a minute. Oh, that's Thursday. Woo, you know. Extraordinary Twitter, you know, and everyone is on Twitter now. Everyone's on. Obama is on Twitter, and that's great because you know you get your Twitter feed, and it's just everyone's sort of tweets coming through. And sometimes you just get this extraordinary sort of gap between solemnity and triviality. Obama will say, "I just want to get America to come movie. I want to see a future for our children." And in the next one, it's one day, a minute. That's me, and the royal family. It's not the royal family, you know, it's the British monarchy, this engagement. What you really want is the Queen going, "Corky's a chat into the juice, lol."
Solid.
Kom igjen nå, sånn som en Starflight-saber. Starflight-saber. Ja. Satan, crossguard stance acquired. Fy faen. Alltså det...
I'm the best pilot for this mission, and you know it.
Every ship we've sent to the abyss has vanished without a trace. We'll go together. Things take the risk of it.
This is your invention. No one else understands it. We're the only one who can access this.
Right. Open the passage and make sure you don't listen to us.
Oh, yes.
We never had the moment in Europe. We never had a unifying moment. The only unifying thing we had in Europe was the ash cloud. I, Johnny, Joffrey, Jokel.
Wow.
I was trapped in Spain by the ash cloud. When I say trapped, I wasn't bricked up in a chimney. I was in a hotel with room service. It was all right. I couldn't escape. The ferries were full. The docks were seething with Russian billionaires saying, "Take the children, take the Germans." I couldn't even get a train home. There was a rail strike in France. Hey, France! The whole of Europe is paralysed by the ash cloud. Maybe put aside your differences. Put on some extra chains. Pourquoi? People were trying to help, you know. Actually, what I did was, I got a lift. We got to France, so I bought an old car.
Aren't your typical blaster.
Oh, retro Citroen. I drove through France, flicking my beard at France. At the France. At the French even. I flicked my beard at the France. Oh, what a bit upset, right? I flicked my beard at the France. It was very satisfying, especially near the railway stations. And people were trying to help. I was in this hotel in Spain, and I phoned out the reception, the Spanish receptionist, with this woman, quite a sexy, husky voice. She said, "Don't worry, Senor. I will help you reach your destiny." I think she was right. I think she was right. My Spanish was not good enough to respond. My Spanish is pretty poor. My French is all right. My Spanish was poor once. A friend of mine, another comedian, Sean Locke, and I, we travelled through Colombia in South America. We trekked through the Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta to the lost city, La Ciudad Perdida. And we were woefully underprepared. We had a rucksack of the stuff that the child might use. We bought in the market for £3. It had sport written on it. It broke in 5 minutes. We had half a packet of orange creams and a big bag of weed I bought for German arms dealer. Yeah, but it's good stuff. I trust you. And so we sat in the Lost City, and we didn't know what the hell we were doing. We just sat there getting maxed, going, Lost City, hey, I lost the city. We laughed about that for 4 days. Where's the city? Can't find it. We ate all the custard creams, we were just going a bit insane. And
I can definitely work with that.
eventually we confessed the only Spanish phrase that we knew, and I learned what I thought was quite a useful one. That's all very well, but you have to keep a one. An emergency phrase. His phrase was the hairy one.
Glory in combat.
Don't agrees. He's right about this, man. Repeat. Stay alert up there.
Oh, good. I'm the best pilot for this mission, and you know it.
Can't get through.
Can't get through.
Hey, let's have a stone box. All right. Okay, here we go. I felt like I might end up like one of those birds who sit at the side of the road with two double days, just shouting and shouting. I need to relax now. Other people have got different ways of relaxing. Jennifer Anderson, she says, when it all gets too much, I just drive up to my Malibu beach house and shout to the ocean. Oh, poor old Jennifer. Unlike the rest of us, we just get a bottle of Malibu. Down the park and shout at the pigeons. I'm trusting you! Sometimes I make a chocolate bicycle out of 2 wagon wheels, some chocolate fingers, and I park it in a closed-around bike rack. Well, I take my navel for a cut and leave it into wigs so that fleas can act out Victorian melodramas. Actually, I was in a duty-free kind of battle at the Toblerones, you know, the towers of giant Toblerones, the ziggurat of Toblerones. I must have been drooling or something while I was looking at it, because the bloke came out of the office and he came up to me and he went, I've got bigger ones. See, things like that happen to me. I was in a shop buying a house plant and the bloke said to me, oh, that'll give you something to stand next to. Yeah, technically it will, mate. I don't know in what context. I was thrown out of a shopping centre for sarcasm, right? Security guard, tiny little bird. He had a huge walkie-talkie on his hip. He looked like a handle with a laptop bag on. Right?
Off we go.
So I said, he looks suspicious. He said, cut me out. Cut me out. So as I was leaving, I said,
Can't open it.
I've never been treated in this manner by a stranger. The 19th century Southern Belle. Well, 1770s. So I came back in, you can't shut me out. And he said, right. And he pulled the button. He pulled the button. It's huge.
I got it,
Low-browed, drooling, nickelback bag. Shuffling up to me. And he said, I'm authorised to use force to inject you. Open and force my feet. Like he's going to wash me out with an oriental fan. Flick me out with a little flick that. It's the joggers I don't trust, right? Because they're always the ones that find the bodies, aren't they? But I'm not worried about 2012, right? I'm not worried about the end of days, the Mayan calendar, the end of the world, the giant tsunamis. I'm not worried about that. No? You know why? Because, you know, as a British person, all right, I'm stoic. British people are pretty stoic. If that happens, if there's a huge tsunami in London, there'll be a boat on a patio trying to get a barbecue started. You'll look up, see a 1,000-foot wall of water, and go, oh, typical. Look at that. First decent bit of weather we've had, now this. Come on, we'll have to do it on the grill, inside, come on. Now, what I'm worried about in 2012 is the London Olympics opening ceremony. Can you imagine what a toe-curling cringe fest that is going to be? Every cheesy aspect of Britishers given some toe-curling makeover. Oh look, it's an inflatable Churchill bobbing down the Thames to music representing the best of British. And dancers representing gravy and mushy peas capering about. A huge robot bulldog lumbers into view with Tesco proud Olympic partners shaved into its scrotum. down its tunnel and standing still, here comes the Queen. A laser from her crown like the
Can't make any sense.
Sense in this place, Carol.
Careful,
Keep an eye out for the Empire.
Be afraid, be very afraid. I never get invited to these things, I don't know why. I'll tell you who gets invited, James Blunt. That's the sort of person who gets invited. James Blunt, who recently got voted more annoying than paper cuts.
That's the bad side.
Sure, I was worried about the kind of abuse you were putting through. Don't get me wrong, I trust you both, but I knew you'd be taking her to some dangerous places. At least back when we were together, it was my fault.
Well, I'm happy to let you go ahead and make all the mistakes you like.
Remind me who crashed the bandit into Bridger Gorge?
The most popular song played at funerals.
Hurry to that lab, kid. I don't know what happened here. I don't.
Haven't used these in the scrapyard on Bronco.
The dead one, obviously. Yeah, I think that's hard, isn't it? Auntie Doris, we napalmed her, you know it off.
Taking off.
Apocalypse Now is her favourite film, what she would have wanted, you know. You love that. I watched this film all along, that's 3 pages. This is just for 18 people now, so anyway. You know what though? What's weird getting axed? I just think that's weird getting your loved ones axed. You can do a new thing now called life skin. £2,000, you can set them in a ring. Just how weird is that? They're under the break. Don't you catch the light? Look at that. For 20 quid you can put them in a snow globe, couldn't you?
By the moon,
So if you're not familiar with the work of James Blunt, this is a bit of a primer.